welcome to another video. I'm Paul, this is Out Nerdy. How the devil are you doing, people? How the devil are you doing? Well, it's certainly not been a quiet week in terms of entertainment, has it? You know, we've had Jonathan Kent, also known as Superman, if you read the headlines, which he might be Superman now, but he's not Superman to the majority of people, is now super gazy. Well, bisexual, but is there really a difference when it comes to Hollywood, the entertainment industry, comics industry, whatever? You know, he is, for all intents and purposes, now gay, regardless of what they might say. I can't help but wonder why. What is the reasoning behind this? Yeah, we had Pride Month last month again. Once again, we had Pride Month. I think in the UK we're getting both the American version and our own. Nothing wrong with that, I guess, you know, if you don't mind being exploited and pandered to and abused, I think, by big companies who only put the rainbow flag up in certain countries. Woe betide them trying to sell the BMWs with a rainbow flag on in Saudi Arabia or China or Russia. Then it's all gravy, you know. It don't exist. But anyway, is this a good thing for the gay community or the alphabet community or whatever? I don't think it is. I can't answer that. But as a consumer, I know when I'm being taken for a ride, and it don't matter, you know. Right now is Black History Month. All these big companies, you know, Food Network is celebrating Black History Month. Then why don't you hire more black chefs? Why haven't you got more black cooking shows? You're making out we're the ones at fault when we're not. You know? Same with your supermarkets, they're suddenly celebrating Black History. Are they doing that by telling us the early movements of people in Africa? No, absolutely not. Are they telling us the history of Africa from recorded time to now? No. Are they telling us about Africa since decolonisation? No. Are they telling us about Africa as the nasty evil white man bought slaves from other people that were not white? No. Are they telling us about how bad the white man is to black people? Fucking absolutely. But, you know, Black History Month is just used to sell products now. You know, I would love to know how the Zulu became so powerful. You know, I'd love to know about whatever Nigeria was called before Nigeria. I'm sure there's a wealth of history just waiting for us to, you know, rediscover. Especially from, you know, the perspective of me as a white English male. I don't mind learning about other cultures. You know, at some point we all intermingle and we've got more in common with each other than we don't. So, you know, bit of a fucking tangent, but just like Black History Month is being abused, so is, you know, Pride Month. So is this, you know, if DC actually cared about its alphabet viewers, I'm saying alphabet not in a mocking term, it's just easier to say than 30 different, you know, all the letters that keep being added. But if DC actually cared, they would create new characters that are gay. They would reaffirm characters that already are gay. They would not keep sexuality swapping, gender swapping, or race swapping characters. All they are doing in that case is giving you, whether you be black, gay, all of it, whatever you are, all they're doing is giving you sloppy seconds of token. John Kent is a tokenised character. He used to be Superboy, so he was aimed more at younger DC fans, away from the main Clark Kent. So he's already a tokenised character, and now they're going to go give him this bisexuality tag, which means he will never know the touch of a woman unless she's kicking 7 pounds of shit out of him. Let's be honest about that. Will DC explore his bisexuality? Now, I'm not going to read this comic, but I'm going to hazard a guess and say no, they won't. They won't explore anything whatsoever. He will now just be, sucking, for some reason, pink-haired dick. They have made a gay character with pink hair. Why can't they do gay characters as normal-looking people as well? I think that's something that should be picked up upon. The world would have you believe that, every single gay person you meet is incredibly loud, proud, and fucking woo, fucking Graham Norton or fucking whatever, when really, they're not. They want you to believe that every gay person you meet's like Jack from Will and Grace, when I'm willing to bet most gay people are probably more like Will. So they do a disservice by the way they constantly represent gay people. They then do a disservice with how they don't care about actual people who are gay or bi-curious, bisexual, fucking whatever. They don't really care, because you get brand new characters, and with a brand new character, if DC really wants to say that they care about its alphabet readers, which I doubt, but if they did care, then let's do a brand new character, have them come from maybe Russia. We are constantly told that the Russians do not like, they're not very keen on the human rights of gay people. So let's set it in Russia. What about the Middle East? Yeah? At the height of ISIS and the Taliban and whatever, homosexuals were, thrown off buildings, stoned to death, whatever you want. Pick up on that. How about, set it in China? Or if you're not going to set it in these countries, then at least have the main character as being Chinese, being Russian, being of Middle Eastern, descent, and have them dealing with what it means to be gay, but from that culture's perspective, so that you have a culture clash of the new world and the old world. How many stories can you tell with that? The pressure that they are possibly under, which would be 10 times more than, it's from America. Right, okay. Last time I checked, in most Western countries, legally at least, you've pretty much got the same rights as everyone else, if not more. Some would argue that certain sections of the alphabet community have special protected status indeed. The whole Dave Chappelle thing will tell you that in an instant. Whether DC wants to admit it or not, they're not, I think, putting the interests of gay people at the forefront. They're doing this purely and utterly to make money. At some point I hope the different groups that they keep pandering to, and it is pandering, because all it is a cash grab to get your money into their pockets. And all it does is cause further and further division. Right now, this is a silly thing, this John Kent coming out as gay. It means nothing in real life, except for perhaps the people who work in printing companies, the people who work in distribution companies. there's people that could be affected by this because, you know, whether they like it or not, believe it or not, know it or not, comic book industry in America is declining, and sales of Japanese stuff, you know, manga and anime is going through the roof. They're outselling everything. And what's DC's answer to this? Let's make a character bisexual. Are you going to go down the route of how he, you know, becomes bisexual? You know, what is it that starts making him believe that he fancies, you know, men as well as women? You know, DC aren't going to do that. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. They couldn't write a piece of fiction if they had George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, William Shakespeare, Wordsworth, Bernard Cornwell, Michael Crichton, fucking you name every author there is. And with their help, they still wouldn't, you know, Hollywood writers would still not be able to write anything half decent. You know. Anyway, that's it for today. You know. Hollywood, stop screwing people over. People, stop letting Hollywood screw you over. That's all for today. I will see you again. Ta-da.